Good morning, mabuhay. It is, what day is it?
10th day.
The 10th day of VLOGtober, so that means we posted a video 10 days straight. Yesterday's vlog was really short. Nothing much really happened yesterday. Typical work day, and the day before that, it was a very long video because I was straight up complaining. So today is going to be an awesome day. I'm on my way to work. It's about 7:05, and starting with my morning shake. There's Mel. So tomorrow's a big day where I'm going to the field trip. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm not going to work today. I'm actually going to a training. So the students have a sub. So I hope they behave. They better behave. I'm on my way to work, and I just wanted to comment on the weather today. It looks like it's gonna rain, but I don't know. What do you guys think? It's like really gray. Not as blue. Maybe it's because it's 7 something in the morning, but yeah, it looks, and I'm wearing my light jacket, so this is the kind of weather that I enjoy a lot. I hope that it just stays this way throughout the day. I'm really just like not feeling like the Indian summer right now. I know everybody else is, so I'm not. I'm over it. So I've been out here trying to get this dog's attention, and I think it doesn't have a place to call home. So cute. A lot of people said that they've been trying to catch it. Like even students were trying to catch it earlier. It doesn't have a home or tags or anything. It's just sitting there.
And all of a sudden, Mike started with something, and I'd shove that bracket right where...
I'm here in San Mateo, gonna hit up Fitness 19 today. No, I have not given up on CrossFit. I'm actually gonna be doing my workout today. 100 burpees is what I need to do before that day is over. Training for the Rookie Rumble coming up in December. I'm doing that instead of doing it in Hercules. I have some work commitments and some errands I gotta run here in San Mateo, so I might as well knock it out here instead. Oh man, knocked it out. I think by far that was the fastest I've done 100 burpees. Great way to start off the weekend. Off to run some errands. What is going on? It's like a motorcade or something? Things you do not see in San Mateo for sure.
Cool. Well, yeah, keep them coming.
Yeah, the thing is, good luck with doing that. So you're trying to do it every day for the month of October.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. Like I have, I don't post all of them on my blog, but I post all of them on my YouTube channel. I don't know if I shared my YouTube channel. I haven't really shared it with anyone.
I like watching them.
Yeah.
Because everyone looks so natural on it. Even like your mom or your dad or Mel. I love seeing you and Mel together in the apartment.
You do? Oh.
Yeah. So, because again, I'm not really privy to you guys' like personal life.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing little glimpses like that, it really makes me appreciate you two as a couple.
Oh, thanks. That's so sweet of you.
So I see how you guys are having your food and ice cream sandwich, and I have to like tell you now.
So I'm just going to get started, and this is in no particular order. I'm just going to grab books as they come. Some of them pretty sure you're going to be quite surprised with the picks that I have. And you can see my collection. I don't have a really big collection. I check out books from the library, and yeah, I just don't have a large collection compared to other readers and writers. I read a lot of the classics. I don't read a lot of new stuff. But anyways, the person that got me into reading Filipino literature, Jessica Hagedorn. She is also the author of Dog Eaters. She is a poet. She's a novelist. She's a playwright. I actually saw her. I saw her maybe 6 years ago in San Francisco. My friend, who's an actor, invited me to an after party show that he was in. He was in a play that she had written. She had wrote. So Jessica Hagedorn, if you don't know who she is, Filipino American. She writes about moving to the United States, New York area, 60s and 70s. So she's somebody I highly recommend. So that's my first one. Again, no particular order. The second person I love, Junot Diaz. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce it Junot Diaz, but I pronounce it Junot Diaz without the T. Favorite. One of my favorite short story writers. He had a collection of short stories called Drown. I highly recommend. And he also has a different set of short stories. He has one that came out, I believe, last year. Very good. He's from Dominican Republic. I love this story. I love his stories. I love his voice. Another, like I said, person of color. I think he grew up, I think he teaches a class at MIT. I don't know if he still does, but would love to take a class with him. He's amazing. Won a Pulitzer Prize for this book, actually. Another Filipino author I really like is Carlos Bulosan. One of my college professors actually introduced me to him. He writes about living in the United States, but it was during the 1960s, 1950s. So I liked his writing style, but at the same time, I felt like I couldn't identify with that time period. But it's influenced me to write about my time period. But anyways, Carlos Bulosan. Oh, another Filipino writer is Jose Rizal. You guys probably know who that is if you're Filipino. Nole Me Tangere, I don't even know, but Touch Me Not. It's probably one of the most widely read books in the Philippines. I actually bought this in the Philippines at a Filipino bookstore, so it even makes it more authentic. I'd say this is a pretty tough read. It's very poetic. His language, his style is very poetic. It's almost like trying to decipher Shakespearean code. But very well written, very good author. Really random. The first book that I ever read on my own in high school that wasn't assigned to us was Terry McMillan, How Stella Got Her Groove Back. So I'm a fan of Terry McMillan. This was her book last year, Who Asked You. It's about a woman who is a grandmother basically, and she's left to raise her two grandkids because her daughter is basically a drug addict. It's not serious novel, but I appreciate a humorous style. She definitely incorporates humor in her voice, and that's something that I could learn from. But it's an easy read and really fun and really light. African American writer. I love poems. One of my favorite poets is Pablo Neruda. Shout out to Mike Jafrida, who actually introduced me to him. He won a Nobel Prize as well. So I strongly recommend Pablo Neruda. One of my favorite authors is Jhumpa Lahiri. I have a ton of her books. I actually met Jhumpa Lahiri at a book signing last year. She was at the Norse Theater in San Francisco. You can see how old this book is. It's like so super old, but you can see that she signed it. I don't know if you can see it. And she also signed this and wrote a cool message for Sheila. Very, very cool. I couldn't take pictures with her because security is being hella uptight. I mean, come on now. It's not like she's a freaking rock star. But love Jhumpa Lahiri. She is one of my favorite authors of all time. She's contemporary, but she's timeless. She also won a Pulitzer Prize in fiction. Relatively young, she's only 35. She has a collection of short stories. She has novels. She's not into poetry. I haven't read any of her poems. She is from India. She's Indian American, but was raised in the East Coast. Her parents lived in London for a little bit. Oh, here's another one. Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I'm sure you guys all heard of this, 100 Years of Solitude. I mean, this just really speaks for itself. He also is a no prize winner from Colombia, so Latin American. I like a lot of Latin American authors, especially the men, because I feel like there's something about their language and their tone and their style that's still romantic, but yet like not romantic foo-foo, but romantic in a sense like it is like poetic. I don't know. I guess you just have to read it to appreciate it. No, that's my idea. Oh, another one of my favorites because hello, Bay Area, the Yay area, Amy Tan. This is not the one that she's more known for, which is what is it called? The Joy Luck Club. This is a collection of her musings, how she became a writer. So I really admire her work because she's kind of, the style that she writes is kind of like the style that I eventually want to write. It's about writing about San Francisco, but embedding her culture in it. She's Chinese American, so and she writes about, like I said, being in San Francisco, but also having deep roots in China. And I admire her because she writes about San Francisco. I mean, the places that she's written about, I actually had visited them, in Chinatown. So it's kind of like really cool to see that happen. And I read her in high school, and I would love my high school students to read, stories that I've written. Last but not least, this is kind of random. This is not fiction. This is nonfiction book that my friend actually gifted me this book with, which is called Do You. And I normally don't read self-help books, and I'm not saying this is a self-help book, but I'm a fan of hip-hop, and I'm a fan of Russell Simmons. I mean, I know it's kind of weird, but I am. I like that I like that he's a mogul, and that he has such a interesting, successful story. And he was raised in a complete opposite kind of upbringing. So, anyways, this kind of is giving you tips about like how to be successful, but not successful like in a financial way, but successful in a way that you are emotionally and physically and mentally enriched. And so I really thank my friend Sassy for gifting me with this book. She saw it on the Oprah show years ago, like 10, 12 years ago. And she said that for some reason, when she saw the show, it motivated her and it made her think of me. So it was really nice of her to give that to me, and it's one of the books that I really cherish. But anyways, I know I was talking a little fast, but I wanted to get through this kind of video as quick as I could, so I don't bore you guys. Hopefully you guys found that kind of entertaining. I don't know, I felt like I haven't really been vlogging. I felt like I owed it to you, and I owed it to myself, because years from now I'm going to be watching this and thinking to myself, well, what were you doing with your life back then? So anyways, that was on my mind. I saw my bookshelf and I figured, oh, I might as well do a little bookshelf tour. But that's my top 10 books, or my top 10 authors, people of color that I think that you should read. Okay, hope you enjoyed it.